In a leaked video that has since gone viral, Hamilton can be seen lashing out at his team with a furious tirade that has left fans and pundits alike wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. With tensions at an all-time high, it seems that this season of Formula One is shaping up to be one of the most intense in recent memory. So, buckle up and get ready for a wild ride, because the feud between Hamilton and Mercedes is far from over. And in today's video, we will be covering this story, so stay tuned to the very end. Hello everyone, welcome to F1 Racing. The 2023 Australian Grand Prix may have come to an end, but the drama between Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes is just getting started. So, what's the story? Let us tell you in detail before we proceed. The Australian GP is always one of the most anticipated races of the year, and the 2023 edition was no exception. However, what was supposed to be a thrilling start to the season quickly turned into a heated controversy between the 7-time world champion and his team. After finishing the race in second place, Hamilton made his way back to the Mercedes garage, only to find himself in the middle of a heated argument with his team.
Where the that team?
The leaked video showed the British driver expressing his frustration with the team's terrible behaviour before angrily storming out of the garage. The incident has sent shockwaves through the Formula One community, with many speculating about the root cause of the tension between Hamilton and Mercedes. Some have suggested that the disagreement stems from a disagreement over strategy during the race, while others believe that deeper underlying issues may be at play. Whatever the cause may be, one thing is certain: the feud between Hamilton and Mercedes is not going away anytime soon. With the next race just around the corner, tensions are sure to remain high as both sides look to come out on top. So hold on tight, F1 fans, because this season is shaping up to be one of the most intense in recent memory. Let's see now exactly what happened there. The world of Formula One is full of iconic moments, from Michael Schumacher's victories in the iconic red Ferrari to Daniel Ricciardo's legendary plunge into Monaco's pool. And then there's Lewis Hamilton, running into the welcoming embrace of his team after clinching his 191st podium finish throughout his 16-year career. However, this momentous relationship between the 7-time champion and his team seems to have shaken after a recent controversy following the Australian Grand Prix in 2023. Hamilton stunned F1 fans around the world by calling out his Mercedes W14 as worse than the worst car they've ever had at the paddock. This incident could be exposing a major crack in the foundation of their long-standing relationship. He qualified third on Saturday and clinched in his first podium of the season on Sunday, surprising F1 fans worldwide with a remarkable comeback. However, a strange incident took place after the race that left many wondering about the relationship between Hamilton and his team. As Hamilton pulled through to P2 in a grueling race filled with debris and multiple starts, he was met with an unexpected sight. Instead of being greeted by his supportive team, he found only his PR manager and surfing legend Kelly Slater. Slater later revealed on Instagram that Hamilton had expressed disappointment upon meeting just one member of his team, shouting, "Where the fuck is my team?" The champion's emotions were still raw during the post-race show, where he expressed his hurt at the lack of support. When asked what the podium finish meant to him and his team, Hamilton eloquently explained his perspective, but couldn't comment on his team's thoughts since he hadn't seen anyone. The incident has left many wondering about the future of Hamilton and Mercedes and whether this will be the beginning or the end of their partnership. So, is it the first time Lewis had an issue with the team? Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes have been one of the most successful driver and team combinations in the history of Formula One. They have won 7 world championships together and countless races. However, their partnership hasn't always been smooth sailing. The two had their fair share of disagreements, tensions, and conflicts over the years, from championship battles with teammates to on-track collisions and strategic blunders. The relationship between Hamilton and Mercedes has been far from perfect. Let us tell you some of the major issues between the two in the recent past. In the year 2016, at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix race, Lewis Hamilton and his teammate Nico Rosberg were fighting for the championship title. Hamilton won the race, but Rosberg won the championship. After the race, Hamilton intentionally slowed down to try and back Rosberg into the chasing pack in an attempt to force Rosberg to lose positions and the championship. This tactic was met with criticism from some, including Mercedes team management. Another event between them took place at the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix. Hamilton and teammate Nico Rosberg collided on the opening lap of the race, resulting in both drivers retiring from the race. The incident caused tension between the two drivers and the team. One more such incident took place at the 2017 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. During a safety car period, Sebastian Vettel ran into the back of Lewis Hamilton's car after believing Hamilton had brake checked him. This incident caused damage to Vettel's car and led to a heated exchange between the two drivers. Some later criticised Hamilton for his actions during the exchange. Moreover, at the Monaco Grand Prix 2017, during the final stages of the 2017 Monaco Grand Prix, Hamilton pitted under the safety car, but Mercedes miscalculated the gap to the race leader, Sebastian Vettel. As a result, Hamilton lost the lead and finished in a disappointing 7th place. In the 2018 Italian Grand Prix, during qualifying for this race, Lewis Hamilton was accused of holding up Kimi Raikkonen during a lap. This led to Raikkonen missing out on his final qualifying lap and Hamilton receiving a grid penalty for the race. The incident sparked tensions between Mercedes and Ferrari, with Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff accusing Ferrari of cheating by using team orders to help Kimi Raikkonen. One more such event took place at the 2018 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Hamilton and teammate Valtteri Bottas were fighting for position during the race, which led to contact between the two drivers. Hamilton ultimately finished in 2nd place, but the incident caused some tension between the two drivers. At the 2018 German Grand Prix, during the race, Lewis Hamilton was leading when he made a mistake and went off track. This led to him losing positions and dropping down the order. Hamilton later criticised the team's strategy and decision-making during the race, suggesting that they had not given him the right information on the radio. The list of incidents does not end here. We've got more. So in the 2019 Monaco Grand Prix race, Lewis Hamilton was set to start from the pole position, but was demoted to P7 after a strategy error by the Mercedes team in qualifying. Hamilton was visibly frustrated with the team's decision-making and voiced his frustrations publicly. Another happened at the Italian Grand Prix 2019. Hamilton and Bottas collided on the first lap of the race, causing both drivers to retire. Hamilton later criticised the team race strategy, saying that they had put him in a vulnerable position by starting him on the wrong tyre compound. One more issue occurred at the 2019 German Grand Prix. Hamilton spun off the track during wet conditions, causing damage to his car. The team made a strategy error by not bringing him in for a pit stop, ultimately costing him the race. Hamilton criticised the team after the race, leading to some tension between them. One more disturbing issue occurred in the near history of the 2021 British Grand Prix. During this race, Lewis Hamilton collided with Max Verstappen on the opening lap, causing Verstappen to crash out of the race. Hamilton was given a 10-second penalty for the incident, but went on to win the race. The incident sparked controversy and debate within the F1 community, with some accusing Hamilton of dangerous driving and others defending his actions. Similarly, in the same year, 2021, at the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying race, Hamilton was accused by Red Bull's Max Verstappen of unsportsmanlike behaviour after Hamilton failed to back off while Verstappen was on a flying lap. This incident led to Verstappen missing out on a chance to set a faster lap time and sparked tensions between the two teams. Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes have had their fair share of issues in the past, including some contract disputes. So, as we talked about on-track and technical issues, let's now talk about the contract issue as well. In 2021, negotiations for a new contract between Hamilton and Mercedes left fans and experts alike on edge for months, with rumours swirling about the future of their partnership. Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, was pushing for a multi-year deal, while Mercedes was only offering a 1-year contract, creating a deadlock in talks. Reports also emerged of disagreements between the two parties over Hamilton's salary demands and his desire for more input into team decision-making. The negotiations were so protracted that at one point, Mercedes even began to explore the possibility of signing another driver, such as George Russell, to replace Hamilton. Despite the tension, the two sides eventually reached an agreement in February 2021, with Hamilton signing a 1-year deal contract extension with Mercedes. While the contract's financial terms were not disclosed, it was widely reported to be worth around $40 million per year. It was a huge relief for both parties as Hamilton continued his quest for an 8th world title with the team that had been his home for nearly a decade. The same thing is happening or is about to happen this year for Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's contract negotiations with Mercedes are facing a delay, as the team's worrying start to the new season has left them off the pace. Hamilton's contract expires at the end of the 2023 F1 season, but he may stall on a new deal if Mercedes fail to reverse their slump. Despite talking up a new contract at their car unveiling, negotiations are now on hold after the Silver Arrow's poor performance in the Bahrain Grand Prix. It may now start again as Lewis performed very well at the Australian Grand Prix. After the Bahrain Grand Prix, the team principal Toto Wolff promised radical changes, and refused to look too far ahead regarding the 2024 driver lineup, stating that the team needs to push in the same direction and make improvements rather than throwing in the towel. Despite the slow start, Hamilton and Wolff are committed to the team and believe they can turn things around. The team is set to hold crunch talks this week to discuss how they can make improvements and provide both drivers with the car they can fight with. While negotiations for Hamilton's new contract may be on hold for now, it's clear that the team is determined to bounce back and return to their winning ways. As of now, it remains to be seen whether Hamilton and Mercedes will be able to reach an agreement on a new contract, but the F1 community will be closely watching the developments in the coming months. So, was there any reaction from Hamilton's fans after the recent incident took place at the celebration? Yes, some fans thought that Mercedes' absence during the Australian Grand Prix was unusual and questioned what could have caused it. They speculated that perhaps there was some sort of rift or disagreement within the team. Some even suggested that Lewis Hamilton should leave Mercedes if they can't provide him with the support he needs to win. One cheeky Twitter user suggested maybe they had a surprise party planned to celebrate 10 years. Others defended the team, stating that they have always supported Hamilton and that he should continue to work with the team to find a solution. So guys, that's all from today's video. The recent feud between Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton after the Australian Grand Prix has raised eyebrows and sparked concern among F1 fans. This is not the first time such a situation has occurred, with previous incidents highlighting tensions within the Mercedes camp. Some fans call for Hamilton to leave the team, while others believe Mercedes should do more to support their 7-time world champion. So the feud between Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes continues to brew, leaving fans scratching their heads and wondering what will happen next. With Hamilton's contract negotiations on hold and Mercedes' focus on improving their performance on the track, it remains to be seen if the 7-time world champion will stay with the team for the long haul. But one thing is for sure, F1 fans are keeping a close eye on this ongoing saga and eagerly awaiting to see how it all unfolds. So if you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Until then, stay tuned for more updates and drama from the world of Formula One.